Welcome to The Explainer. We're going to get right into it because we're talking about a massive disruption that isn't some sci-fi movie plot. It's happening right now in 2026. This is a fundamental shift that's reshaping our world faster than pretty much anyone realizes, and it is time to pay very close attention. Now just let that sink in for a second. The person who said this isn't some doomsday prophet. He's the CEO of an AI startup, and he said it just last month. He's comparing a technological change to a global pandemic that literally shut down the entire world. So you have to ask yourself, why on earth would he use a warning that extreme? And that's really what this is all about. The people who are actually inside the tech world, the ones building these systems day in and day out, they're trying to tell us something. They see this huge widening gap between what the public thinks is going on and what's actually happening. And to understand what's coming, we have to pull back that curtain. So let's start with that warning. Why compare a tech revolution to a public health crisis? Well, it all comes down to two things: the incredible speed and the unbelievable scale of the disruption. This warning really blew up thanks to Matt Schumer, the CEO of Hyperwrite. He put out a post called "Something Big is Happening," and it just exploded, 40 million views in a single day. He said he felt like he had to stop giving people the safe corporate answers and just be brutally honest about what he was seeing with his own eyes. And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? He's not writing a press release for investors. He's writing to his family, to his friends. He's basically saying, look, what you think AI is, based on the free tools you played with a year ago, is dangerously out of date compared to what the newest models can actually do.
Okay, so this warning, it's not just about a smarter chatbot. It's about a fundamental turning point that scientists and thinkers have theorized about for decades. They call it the singularity. And some of the biggest names in technology think we are finally here.
Just look at this timeline. It's insane. In 2023, ChatGPT was this cool, surprising toy. Right now, in 2026, Elon Musk is predicting we're going to hit artificial general intelligence, or AGI. And by 2030, that's just 4 years away, he thinks AI will be smarter than all of humanity combined. The progress isn't just fast, it's accelerating like nothing we've ever seen before. This is the idea they're all talking about, the singularity. And Musk doesn't call it some gentle wave of change. He calls it a supersonic tsunami. It's a force moving so fast and with so much power that our normal ways of adapting as a society just can't keep up. And the reason for that incredible speed? It's a total game changer. And here it is. This is the critical piece of the puzzle. This isn't a prediction anymore. This is what Schumer and other insiders are telling us is already happening in their labs. The cycle of innovation has turned back on itself, and there is stone-cold proof. Just look at this. This is straight from OpenAI's own official notes for their brand new model that came out just last week. The AI was used to debug its own code, manage its own systems, and even diagnose its own failures. The tool is literally building a better version of itself that creates this insane feedback loop that just speeds up progress to a mind-boggling degree. So, you have this self-improving, super intelligent system. Where is it being aimed? Well, it's being aimed squarely at the modern economy and at the modern workforce. This is where the theory gets very, very real. This number comes from Dario Amodei, the CEO of another major AI company, Anthropic. And Schumer says a lot of insiders think even he is being conservative. We're talking about half of all entry-level knowledge work potentially just disappearing in the very near future. And what makes this revolution so different, so much more disruptive, is its target. The Industrial Revolution went after physical, blue-collar jobs. This AI revolution is aimed directly at cognitive labor, or as Musk puts it, basically any job that you do with a keyboard and a mouse. I mean, this quote just illustrates the incredible pressure this creates. For businesses, the choice isn't really a choice anymore. It's adapt or become a fossil. And that pressure is already showing up in the one place that prices the future in real time, the stock market. So, how is the financial world reacting to all this? Are they just waiting and seeing? Oh no, not at all. The reaction has been fast, and for some industries, it has been absolutely brutal. And I've got to say it again. This isn't about what might happen in 2030. This is what is happening to companies' stocks and investment portfolios right now in February of 2026. Investors are pulling their money out of business models they see as being too vulnerable. And you can see the scope of it here. So why these sectors? Well, think about it. Real estate is getting hit because of fears about fewer office workers. Trucking, AI can now optimize freight 3 or 400% better without hiring anyone. And finance and software companies are seen as having way too many human employees doing things that AI can now do better and faster. The market is pricing in this revolution as we speak.
Now, when you have this level of disruption, it naturally leads to two very, very different visions of what the future could look like. One is this world of unbelievable prosperity, and the other is a world facing a pretty deep social crisis.
What's so fascinating here is that the same person is predicting both outcomes. Elon Musk talks about an era of abundance, where labor costs basically drop to zero and we all get some kind of universal high income. But in the same breath, he warns that the road to get there will be extremely bumpy, a world where work no longer gives people meaning, leading to this huge spiritual and social crisis.
So how do we possibly navigate all this? Well, the consensus among these insiders is that at least for right now, there's a really clear dividing line. It's not about being replaced by AI, it's about being outcompeted by someone who uses AI.
And this quote from Schumer just absolutely nails it. This is the key takeaway. He argues this is the most important year of our entire careers. The huge opportunity is for the people who decide to lean in, to learn these new tools, and use them to become way, way more productive. The advantage goes to the person who adapts. And this is really the central question of 2026, isn't it? The potential for a world with unimaginable abundance, it's real. But that transition threatens our economy, our jobs, our whole sense of who we are. That supersonic tsunami is no longer just on the horizon, it's here. And all of us need to decide right now how we're going to navigate that wave.